Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at Matic, seeing what's going on. I got a lot of requests for this one from our community. This is actually something I planning to keep as a daily driver anyway, so apologize, but it's been a little bit busy with personal things here to make a good 15-20 analysis per day, but this is going to be top of the list here, but don't worry. So let's get swifty. You know what I mean by that. All right, folks, so let's go ahead and double check Matic here. So we want to double check a few key factors. Back in data first, kind of get some speculation here on what's going on. Then we can move on to the charts. Oh, quick little heads up too as well. Again, yes, we're looking for 100% juicy trades here. Congrats to our community members. Look at this here, 40% from Dogecoin target 2 days. Reef target 1, 36%, 1.5 days, basically 2. 12 days ago, we took a Bitcoin long from 43,000 to 52,000. 86%. And same thing with ICP as well, good 32% in roughly 2 trading days. Now we do trade Matic here in our Premium Plus group. I trade it as well as a swing trade, don't get me wrong. We just don't have any open right now. But again, congrats to our community members for some XRP and Solana profits as well as Cardano. Took some nice healthy profits there. All right, so let's go ahead and see, is this worth taking a trade here? All right, let's do a double check. So first and foremost, let's take a look at the liquidation, kind of double check here. Heavy concentration liquidation, about 8.16. Sorry, let me clarify that. 81.6 cents. Same thing here as well. 89, pretty much 90 cents, I guess you could say. 90 cents is the upper level liquidation. So we could expect the price action to move a little bit higher to sweep that level, but again, there's no guarantees on that, right? Truth is, we got some overextension right now, Bitcoin pulling back a little bit, but here's what we want to look at. Look at this, we established a higher high, so 88.6, we're now up to about 89.2. So our higher high is established. That does reaffirm that this level here could be a new support. It's a lot easier to see on the charts here, but generally speaking, those are good things. Okay, so again, the most recent high could be the new support. Obviously not holding the case here, but generally speaking, we can see a lot of support in this range here based on that being a recent high. A lot of volume, of course, could pivot right here. Now, truth is the price is dropping right now past this 0.236 level. So if we were to see a support level, 87.4 cents could be that support. But let's go ahead and jump into the bigger time frame and kind of work our way down so we're not just speculating. We want to understand the big picture first before we get in. And to kind of clarify here, we can see that we have a nice little, 1, 2, 3, looking for our 4 here. Keep in mind the 4 has to be higher than the 1 or it's invalidated. So if you're not familiar with Elliott Wave, it basically just establishes 3 higher highs and 2 higher lows. And the second higher low has to be higher than the first higher high. Okay? That's basically the 1 here. So in a perfect world, we don't go any lower than 83.2 cents for the pivot and the bounce. Okay, so again, we have a play out there so far for Elliott Wave looking pretty decent. We can take a look here, of course, as well. We got a stochastic convergence. Money flow index is extremely high with a little pivot there off the RSI at about 60, and the MACD still running parallel, no divergence at all. So these are all super bullish signs here. Definitely very good on the daily time frame. We want to double check the moving averages, holding above all 3. Yeah, this is very, very good. So I like what I see here. So I can totally see why people are thinking that a long position is viable right now. Totally get that. That's, again, just the daily time frame. Let's look at the 4 hour, though, and kind of see roughly where we're at here. We can see some peaks and valleys with volume, but again, that's standard when the price does pull back like it did. It did retrace concurrent with Bitcoin. In fact, I'm kind of curious how that really looks here. Bitcoin, Matic, they're pretty similar in a lot of ways. Although we can see some more aggressive increases for Matic than Bitcoin, we can also see some aggressive decreases too. So let's not get ahead of ourselves and just jump right in, but this 0.618 level is holding a lot of volume at about 84.5. So the price does pull back. We could very well see a double bottom. This could even be the beginning of a head and shoulders pattern too, right? So you can speculate on a lot of things. Trying to get too crazy with patterns. I do see some people in our chat, talking about like these, inverse head and shoulders pattern in the 5-minute time frame. Again, if you're day trading, maybe a different story, right? But if you're swing trading, none of that matters. Patterns on the 4 hour or higher are relevant, but anything less than that, just kind of it increases too much speculation. It's one of those analysis by paralysis, and or no, the other way around, right? Where you're paralyzed because you're looking at too many things. Keep it simple, folks. 2 or 3 indicators per time frame. That's really all you need. You just got to use the right ones. Again, I've just been using these for like 20 plus years, so I guess I'm a creature of habit. Whatever, they work well for me in the big picture because, again, swing trading is my jam. And if you like day trading, consider my Trading Plus bot. It does work very well at finding good entries. Just make sure you set your stop losses. So 4 hour time frame, MACD is trying to diverge but hasn't yet. So we've got that on the horizon. We've got a stochastic swing to the downside occurring but hasn't yet. RSI at 60, 50-ish, and money flow index is above that. To me personally, seeing the MFI above the RSI is always a bullish sign. It doesn't mean that we've broken bullish because of that. It just implies that we have more money flowing to this coin than before, and with the RSI being down, it's considered to be not oversold yet, or overbought rather. So in that case, we have more room for growth. And that's generally the concept. But again, these MACD and stochastic trying to swing down makes sense considering the circumstances, but generally speaking, at this point, a little too premature. So I'm not super sold on the 4-hour personally, but we have mostly bullish signs. Okay, so that's a positive. We could say that's a good thing. Let's double check a couple of other things here too on the hourly. When we look at the charts, we can kind of see a lot more divergences on the hourly. Of course, anywhere you look, you're going to find what you're looking for, right? But generally speaking, here on the hourly, this is telling us that we have a significant shift in momentum. Big surprise, we've seen 2 really strong red candles here, roughly about 2% in the last 2 hours. So while that's not terrible, it speaks to the fact that Bitcoin is kind of going sideways here, or that this coin is overextended. Okay, so the truth is, if we take a look at TD sequential, we can see we came up to a 9, and now we're working our way down. So hypothetically, in 5 more hours, we should hit our bottom. So me personally, again, this is never an exact science, but with the way that it continues to just hit a 9 to the upside, the likelihood of it hitting a 9 to the downside is also fairly high. It's normal for that to occur. The key is this next low isn't any lower than the recent. Okay, so ideally, if you kind of see this invisible line here at 0.382, you can see there's some area of resistance here. That should be the new support. So a pivot off of 86.4 would make the most sense. So I'm going to go ahead and set an alert here for like the 86.5 mark, just to kind of get an indication if the price does cross that level, is it worth taking along? Well, I'm going to reevaluate and find out, but at that point, that is something I want to pay attention to. We take a look at TD sequential here, Ichimoku Cloud, we can confirm as well that that fib level at 0.382, 86.4 as a close approximate is right where we're seeing the nice average price there for the Ichimoku Cloud itself. Okay, that's a very good sign. The only thing I don't love here is the lagging span being pretty far down, but again, if the lagging span essentially stays in this range and works its way back up, price will be doing the same thing too, right? So that's ultimately what we're looking for. So to me, again, I think can the price of Matic pull back a little bit further? Yeah, it can. But it does have a pretty bullish macro. The 4-hour is transitioning to bearish, but it's only because the last couple of hours of candles here. So me personally, I'd rather wait for a lower price point, not significantly lower, but lower. And then I would wait to get confirmation if the price can hold above that level. So we get a closure today, at about 86.5 or higher, and the price has some nice support at this level here at this 0.382 fib, then I would say a green light for an upper, a long position, because you can confirm here, if we take a look, that we are ascending positively, right? We got a good little ascending trend line here, and we're going to make sure to pay attention to that. Okay? You can see multiple retests of that higher high, higher low pattern, and the truth is we are establishing higher highs and higher lows. We just got to find our next higher low. Okay, that's going to be one of these. Continue to work itself up. So these are all positive signs here. Again, mostly good, but not perfect. To me personally, I'd rather wait just a little bit longer to see if the price pulls back further. Just based on its overextension, it makes sense for a retracement to this 0.382 level. All right, those are my 2 cents. Hopefully you learned something here today. If you want to learn a lot more, cryptocash.tech is a site linked down below. Again, congrats to our community members. If you want part of these premium trades, just cryptocash.tech is a site linked down below. There's a few slots left available, so just bear that in mind. We don't always have 100% availability. Quickly to note, Bitunix, phenomenal exchange, highly recommend using them. No KYC or VPN required. If you use my link to register, you get some nice rewards. You're also automatically eligible for some trading competitions moving forward. We have one at the end of this month after they add roughly 200 trading pairs. It's going to be a cool thing, folks. Off the chain with that guy there. Thanks again for watching. Hope you have a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.